Lines in the building.
Here we go again, yeah, you can do it, yeah, I'm motivated every day, we get into it, yeah, saying lesson doing.
Tupac had the spiritual side down, the community side down, you know, that kind of more revolutionary feel from the heartstrings.
Absolutely.
Nipsey had that revolutionary feel from the purse strings. He was like, get your money right, get your business correct, and you can help your community that way. Pac was like, let's feel good, let's get together and grow together. So it was, they had their different dynamics, both necessary to survive.
But look how they walk the line.
They didn't survive.
Look how they walk, because they walking a line. You know what I'm saying? Like, walking that line is tough. Like, I want to be in my community helping people, but every single time I go back to Boston, I'm back on the front lines. I'm always a target because there's people who have hate in their heart, fam. I can go back and be doing a food drive. People have hate in their heart. They're like, look at this dude. You know, the famous belly guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to drop a dime on that over there.
Yeah.
Like, there's those people, like, all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it hit me in the gut, and it's still hitting me in the gut now because that's my big, you know, I washed away a lot of my fears of dying, You know what my fear is now? Like, the way of going out is being killed by some sucker who just has hate in their heart.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when I saw that, it hit me differently because that's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. Like, I've lived most of my life thinking I'm going to die at the hand of someone who loved me.
Right. Someone who was supposed to be there.
Not the cops. That's why I be telling, like, yeah, I deal with the cops and all this stupid shit, the systematic shit, but in my neighborhood, in my own community, my own brothers and sisters that look like me, my life has been on the line more times than not from my own people.
Right.
I have been in more gun situations, knife situations, fight situations, life or death situations with people that look just like me, fam. Or from my community. Don't gotta like me because we live in a diverse city. Or from my community, from my background.
Right.
And that always puzzles me because let me give you an example. I went to Martha's Vineyard recently, right? I always had this vision in my head because of how, you know, poorness is a mentality. And you can get trapped into that. And now that I'm in this so-called, you know, middle class, you know what I'm saying? I see things a little bit differently in that bracket than I did before because I'm getting around certain people once I got into the middle class to see things. And there's this stigma with a lot of people who have money. Well, let me tell you something. I went out to Martha's Vineyard and I was around millionaires the whole time I was out there. And I was treated with nothing but respect. No one batted an eye at me. No one acted funny. I was so dumbfounded by that. And I feel ignorant saying that, but I am ignorant in a lot of areas. I'm still learning how to process stuff. And I felt so dumbfounded by the fact that we were so welcome.
Well, and you have to look at it. And this is how I look at it is they're not worried about you.
They're not.
Like, at the end,
like what threat do we pose? That's what I start to realize.
Right.
What threat do I pose? I don't pose a threat to them business, physically, mentally, nothing.
What do you and here's what I try to look at it. We always made this joke like black people will rob you of what you have now, white people rob you of your future. Like they literally like so okay, if you came
systematically the people that are applied to that system. Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you came to my house and I felt any type of way and you took my candelabra, like I could get another one. You know what I mean? But what we can't get is another future. When you affect that, that's the real impact.
So tough because like, and I know you can relate to this too because like, again, my wife is biracial. My views on whiteness, period, white family members, white friends, white everything has completely changed because these are the, like, I'm just keeping it super real. Like I got my friends who are black that look like me, support, but these people have been nothing but open arms to me. And again, I treat them case by case basis, but systematically, the European system that's been built absolutely is to take our future away. And absolutely, it was also built it in a way that we should take each other early. Because I don't understand, we don't understand that we're accomplishing the goal of whatever system is in place. That we're completely committing self-genocide. I'm worried about the, you know, people always like, why am I so passionate? I didn't see nobody asking Martin why he was marching. I didn't see nobody asking Malcolm why he was speaking up. So I don't understand why people get tight with me when I'm just passionate. I'm passionate about the fact that my people are turning into an endangered species in this country, and at their own hand in a lot of ways.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm tired of the fact that people keep talking about the traps.
It's by design.
It's by design, but we know what the design is.
Right. Well,
it's like it's like having the blueprint. There's a trap door right here, and it's like.
But wait a minute. Now, what's crazy is now this is what I have to say. Even if you look at it from that perspective of a blueprint and that trap door, when that trap door is put there purposely, that means it also has a say in the structure. So if I put that there and I try to remove it, I may sacrifice actually having the house.
I'm cool with you not moving it. Avoid it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with you not moving. We're not going to change this system. We're not. We have to create our own. We're not going to change this paradigm. We have to create our own pyramids. We have to do what we did, what our ancestors did. We keep looking up the craziness all the time and looking at the wrong shit instead of looking in the mirror. We can't wait for reparations. We could have gave ourselves it by now. We can't wait for land. We could have gave ourselves it right now. I don't care if Boston's net worth with an average black family is $8. Okay. Once you notify me of that, you should have a desperation in your heart that makes you say, let me build with my brothers and sisters. But that shit ain't happening.
I think I have one of the most unpopular opinions on.
I've been talking about this lately too, and I think that I love the melting of society in the workplace, but honestly, we're not that desegregated. You know what I'm saying? Our living spaces for a lot of places, except for coastal places, you know what I mean? But for a lot of places, we're still segregated.
See, and that's not what I'm talking. I'm not even talking about living.
You're just talking about
I'm talking about business, because you have to think in that society where segregation was a part of life. Right, you had to have your own black gas station.
Yes,
you had to have your own black restaurant, because why?
You don't have.
You weren't getting served
you're just
over
a consumer
there.
Now
You're a consumer. So desegregation forced the hand. It took advantage of a mind space that black people had at that time, which was, I want your acceptance and your approval. And their form of saying we accept you was now, if you take my money from me, that means you're accepting me. No, that wasn't what it meant. That meant the government told us we had to take your money because it was illegal to not.
True.
Okay.
True.
Now on the other side of that, so that's why the rush happened over there. Now you start skipping over the mom and pops that have served you all along.
Yep.
Never made you feel like you weren't accepted.
Yep.
Because now why? Uncle Ruckus says, the white man's ice is just cold.
Hold on, time out. His impression was a little too close. God damn.
Just cold.
You sure you ain't Uncle? Man, hold on, time out. That was too close.
What I gotta tell you.
That was damn.
The white man's grass is just a little bit green.
Hey, I'm not saying Tyson been practicing this shit. I'm saying Tyson been practicing this shit. But you're right though. You know what's funny? It's like, that's why I love the Boondocks, because it brought a lot of irony to shit, like Gangstalicious, shit like that. Like, those are some of the funniest parodies ever, and it's like, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like and again, I think people have to get comfortable with each other's differences. I think we took the wrong approach. I think you're right. I think we took the wrong approach. I think instead of respecting each other's spaces, we just threw everybody together and didn't really have no case study on how this was going to work out. And I'm not saying that we won't meet in different. We'll still go to clubs. We'll still meet at places. We'll still rap together. We'll still do all of this shit. But I think we do need, because even though the rules have changed, Chinatowns ain't playing.
Right.
They're keeping their economy together. Little Jewish towns ain't playing.
Nope.
You understand what I'm saying? And just America's Town. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they're not playing when it comes to this shit. So we have to figure out how to, because now it's too late. We're integrated. No, we're not going to segregate again. They're not going to be able to do that, because if we do that, I'm afraid of the bigger conflict.
What we essentially have to do is build our own.
We have to build economies. We have to.
It's great.
That's my goal. My goal is to build an economy built for propping up and helping push forward the black agenda, but at the same time, everybody a part of this agenda does not have to be black.
Everyone's, and this is what I think we should leave with, is everyone's dollar is good, but not everyone's business is free.
Oh no, absolutely not.
So that's what you have to. That's what we have to get to the point of understanding, that if we have our own gas stations, if we have our own hotels, if we have our own this, that doesn't mean that we can't frequent other people's establishment who aren't black.
Absolutely.
It just means that we also now have the option to support black business.
Absolutely.
And as I say on my podcast, black business doesn't mean bad business. And that's often the stigma with it.
It does. But everything with us is a stigma. It's like, it's so crazy. We get like the craziest stigmas for people who didn't colonize anything or pillage anything. Like, this shit be crazy to me. Like, how we get the craziest superhuman stigma and we didn't show up on big ass fleets of ships and shit, just wiping people out. You know what I'm saying? Wiping out indigenous populations.
Wait, so how you travel all that way for spices and your food still bland? How you do that, though?
Tyson, goddamn it, trying to get some sponsors. Goddamn, come on, Fleet. Listen, white people, I love you.
This is the dinner club.
Nah, he's right. He's right. That's why I'm talking. I'm letting him, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to let some white people know, like, listen, this ain't all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know,
right? Exactly. Some of y'all make some good kale salad.
Oh, right? Facts. But some of y'all, oh man. Listen, I encountered some of y'all recently, and listen. I'm not the one. I'm not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number that you can pick out of the fucking numerical system. I'm just not the one. I will not back down.
No.
I will take 250 in bail. I will take the dismiss case. I don't work for anybody.
And keep
I work
rocking.
for me. I'm in the community. People that deal with me in the community know how I am. They know that I have my limits. They know I'm not going out of my way. I'm not looking for trouble. But if it finds me, I'm a problem solver.
Yeah.
I solve problems. If
best-
I gotta subtract, divide, whatever the fuck I gotta do. If I gotta do PEMDAS on your ass,
That's what Nelson Mandela
on
did.
now.
27, didn't he?
yeah.
So let's not forget, some of our best and top leaders have
listen,
done their time.
I'm not with all the. Yeah, I'm not with all the. I mean, Malcolm too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Martin's been locked up plenty of times.
Right.
I'm not with the passiveness in a time that we don't need passive aggression. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Now we do need cooler heads to prevail, but this passive aggressive crap is crazy. Like if you're gonna be aggressive, be straightforward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do it sideways. Don't do the little sneaky underhanded stuff.
wanna
Like, let's be
identify my
straightforward.
enemy.
I'm a man. I will meet you face to face. We can talk this out. I have always started with we can work this out. But if you go to the route where you're making it known that we can't, then we can box this out. Like
Exactly.
we're men. I still believe in men having a certain level of discourse with these. That's
Right.
all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up different. So again, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. If I'm offending anybody who don't got no hands, that's your handless ass. I'm not
Right.
worried about it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Like, but if a
I'm out here
motherfucker
like
run
a
up
clock.
on if a motherfucker run up on me, I'm like Mozart with these babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm not saying that that's what I'm looking for, but I'm saying that I believe every man should still have that quality in them to be able to protect
'Cause
themselves.
things can escalate.
Self-preservation is serious. I mean, come on. What's the difference if I'm at fucking Walmart and somebody's shooting up Walmart and what, I'm going to be hiding behind my girl behind the bread aisle?
Nope.
Bro, I'm getting busy. I'm that type of guy. I'll sacrifice my life for the rest of this store. I'm getting busy.
You ain't never seen somebody toss an avocado like I can.
What?
What?
Boy, you'll catch a can of peas
That'll
in
be
a
it.
heartbeat.
Yo, knock you right
I'll be
out.
like, yo, pass me that mystic right there. That
exactly.
mystic.
Bow.
Bong, it's
Right
a
in the
wrap.
temple. We
Right in
getting
the
it.
dome. We out of here. So again, you remember the black guy that there was a guy shooting up a restaurant? I think it was like a McDonald's or some crap, and he went in there and he broke it up. He got shot in the hand or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was like maybe 6-7 months back, whatever.
Okay.
So much sensational shit in the news, it gets bypassed. But this guy literally saved everybody in the store. This guy was coming in the store to shoot up everybody. He literally saved everybody. I'm that guy. Like,
Well.
I don't have that mechanism. And let me tell you why I don't have that mechanism. I don't have that mechanism because I live most of my life willing to die for dumb shit. Willing
So
to
when
die for
something matters.
imaginary shit.
Right.
So I made a list of things that matter to me. If I want to keep that trait. I have plenty I will live for, but I have a few things that you can cross the lines in my sand I will absolutely die for. Don't ask me to die for a flag.
Right.
Don't ask me to die for your economy, but then think I won't do the same for my family, my brand, my pride, my people.
Right.
It just is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? And I expect that from everybody. I don't give a fuck if you from East Bumfuck. You should have pride and protective qualities in you for your family, your brand,
Absolutely.
your people. Like it just is what it is.
I mean, that's how you carry on a legacy.
It is. You know, that is your legacy. Like a king don't sit around and like, oh, I'm just gonna let my people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he's gonna throw you some bread.
Unless you're Marie Antoinette.
Yeah. I was about to say, well, there's a few of them. There's a few of them that starve people. But if you're a good noble king or a good noble queen, you're going to look out for your people because
Right.
the best of them take care of their people, and that's why those dynasties
need
last
to.
forever. You see, America, this whole Make America Great Again is because the people that they want to take care of at the time, you know, white folks, at that time, it was all about making sure that they were propped up on a good foot. So yeah, for them, Make America Great Again is a factual
means something.
state. It means something to them because there was a time where these people could work on one income
Right.
and take care of your whole family. So could we. You know what I'm saying? So now we just gotten to a point where it's like, bro, your kid come out the box and it's like, you too, get a job. You too? Bro, you better start working for a diaper company.
Looking at these bills, you better,
These bills is
better be
popping.
a baby model. Gerber's looking for a new
I'm telling
face.
you know what I'm saying? So it gets dicey, man. It gets dicey, man. But, you know, we have to have lines in the sand. We have to have things that we all stand for and we all believe in. But we also have to be, you know, open and mindful to the fact that some of those things, you know, we can change with new information. We can change with new situations. You know what I'm saying? But me, I have a default that I'll never get rid of. There's an aspect of me that is still on that block.
Right.
Deep in the recesses of my head because I'm afraid to let that guy go if the situation ever calls for it.
Right. You don't want to lose your skill set. I mean, being in the military, that's the same thing. You train.
Yeah.
You train during
Train.
times of peace.
Exactly.
You
Why?
prepare for war.
Well, it's like I said
you can't
earlier.
train once you in the war.
Yo, monks are peaceful. Monks are peaceful people. But they learn some shit that they will beat your ass if you come through trying to break their peace. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Just because it's peace times doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. And it's naive. We live in a very soft generation. We live in a very soft time where people seem to not like respect the history books of what's been happening. And it's like, bro, what do you think? You think we can't have a conflict? We already had 2 world wars. Yeah. What are you talking about, bro? Just take out that textbook. Let's talk about the Ming dynasties and all of that shit. Genghis Khan, all of that shit. Like, this shit was serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, humans have always had a condition. Now, I tell people too, because we talk about sensationalism, right? But historically, violence overall is down. Overall,
right.
Historically, famine overall is down. The game that they use now is they give you the people that are starving, and 1 million might seem a lot to you, and it is a lot. I'm not taking nothing away from that. We should feed those million
numerically
people.
It's a lot.
But it is. But numerically it isn't when you consider this 4-something billion people on the planet right now.
What, 7.8?
7.8, right? Yeah, 7 something, like 7 something right now. It's 4.6 billion years old. It's 7 billion people. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I be talking to people, they can't even tell me what the diameter of the earth is. Like, how do you tell me you know the world and you don't know
I'll be honest.
The diameter?
I used to know that. Not anymore.
Approximately 24,000 miles in diameter.
All right, there we go.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna talk to me about worldviews and you've never even seen the world or study certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should know that. Like, how do we live on a planet and don't know the circumference?
Now, can we get the more you know right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna add that up there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jesus, Merrill, you know, we'll invert the rainbow for you, all right? It's a whole different rainbow. It'll be like this. We're gonna have a pot of gold at the end. I'm gonna have a Lucky Charm right through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real, you know, like, it's serious, you know. Thank you for watching the Dinner Club Podcast. If you want to stay up to date with our new content and episodes, please like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications.